In addition to that, the Earth also rotates about the Sun at an angle of approximately 23 degrees to the orbit. And so it's rotating like this. This would represent the fall season. So we're going into the fall, and as we go into the winter time, the axis then rotates away from the Sun, so that the angle of the axis is then pointing away from the Sun. North Pole is pointing away, the South Pole is pointing towards the Sun. And when we look at the globe under those conditions, we see that the North Pole is almost in total darkness. The South Pole then has some sunlight. If we look at Africa, the southern part of Africa will be then summertime. South America will have full sun and hence the summertime, whereas in North America, we only have partial sun. The sun is most direct in this region here, and so that's also the warmest part, near the equator, and the North America is then quite a ways away from the sun, and this angle of the light coming in is rather oblique, and as a result, the sunlight intensity is much weaker in North America, and therefore in the winter time, it's also much colder than in the summertime. As we continue to move through the seasons, we then go into the spring. And then in the summertime, the North Pole is then pointing towards the sun. The South Pole is pointing away from the sun. The North Pole then gets some sunlight, whereas the South Pole is in total darkness. And as we rotate the Earth, we then see that the northern hemisphere is in its summertime season. North America will have lots of sunshine, and therefore during the summertime, it's also quite hot in North America. Whereas in the southern hemisphere, for example, Australia way down here is in partial sunlight only, and therefore that would correspond to the winter in Australia. So a globe and a bright light and a fairly dark room can be very helpful in trying to explain to the students how we get both day and night and seasonal changes occurring on our planet.